This story isn't exactly political, but it's still one of the dumbest progressive things I've come across today. A company called Kluvenberg Sports in Leduc County wants to build an Olympic-level sports shooting facility, plus a mountain bike course, plus archery lanes, plus walking trails and skiing trails on roughly 800 acres of land in the middle of Nowheresville, Leduc County. The place sounds pretty awesome to me. There's nothing like this facility in central Alberta, and we love to shoot and we love the outdoors, and if it can produce Olympic-level athletes close to home, then all the better. Seems like a no-brainer. Build it and they will come. Heck, build it and I'm going to come. I hope they do kids' birthday parties when this thing is all finished. Except there's one big problem. Busybody neighbors are not a distinctly urban animal. Their territory covers the entire province. Two neighbors, if you can even call them neighbors, since no one really lives next door to where Kluvenberg shooting ranges will be, ran to the CBC to complain about concerns they had. And after I read their complaints, I did something they obviously didn't bother to do. I actually read the environmental impact statement done on behalf of Kluvenberg Sports for the county of Leduc. One neighbor told the CBC, now this is a woman who fosters children and mentally challenged adults, that she worries how the sounds of shotgun blasts will affect their stress levels. And then that same neighbor said, our kids are able to walk directly through their property because it is a public area, and safety is a huge concern for us. It's just going to be scary. And then she said, shotguns and people don't mix. I have 2 points to make here, maybe even 3. First off, if she means her kids can walk on their own property, nothing about that is going to change with a shooting range nearby, but that's also still not public land. If she means her kids are walking about Kluvenberg's land because she thinks it's public, she's wrong again. Someone else's land isn't public land. It's their private property, and your kids have no right to be on it because they're trespassing, and she should probably do something about her little trespassing kids. Letting your kids trespass makes you the bad neighbor. And my second point here is that while I definitely sympathize with her maternal concern for her kids and the adults she fosters, it's irrational. Her feelings of fear don't change the facts, and I won't entertain them as a reason for her to tell another person what to do with their private property. She implies that her kids and the adults she fosters can't walk safely about the neighborhood with a shooting range located somewhere in the vast 800 acres nearby. These will be Olympic-level shooters on a carefully designed world-class course. They aren't like the rich Texan from Simpsons just shooting wildly in the air when he gets excited, or like drunken hillbillies, my people, shooting backyard beer cans. And let's not forget, there will be designated walking trails at the facility. The facility has been designed so people can walk around it without being picked off by a stray bullet. And thirdly, the whole guns and people don't mix thing. Who does she think uses shotguns? And where does she think she is? Guns are part of rural Alberta like mosquitoes and cowboy boots. You get used to them or you get yourself to town. Actually, this lady knows shotguns and people mix really, really well enough to create a really awesome business she doesn't want anywhere near her. And then there's a second neighbor who says he's worried about lead poisoning in a nearby creek from the lead pellets in the skeet shot, but the environmental assessment provided to the county says the lead shot won't fall anywhere near any sort of waterway. The site is going to be constructed that way, and Kluvenberg said they will record all the spent shot and then pick it up once it reaches a certain threshold. But let's be honest, it's not about the noise of the shooting or the environment. That's all being mitigated according to the environmental impact study I read and that nobody else bothered to. It's about ignorance about guns and gun owners, of course. These people think gun owners are irresponsible, dangerous yahoos, but they're the same people who hate guns until they need someone with a gun to save them and their family from a bad guy with a gun. But it's also about something else. This is about the lack of respect for property rights. People who don't pay someone else's mortgage and don't pay their property taxes think they can tell the legal owners what to do with their land if they just complain loudly enough to the media and to the government. And honestly, I'd rather live next door to a gun range than next door to a neighbor like that. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunreed. at The Rebel, we fight back against progressives who want to tell you what to do with your property, how to raise your family, and how to run your business. To never miss a story, be sure to subscribe to our new Rebel Canada YouTube page.